Hello everybody, hey, Mitchell again here. We're going to do a meditation today, and of course I probably may get distracted and chit chat about all kinds of other things, but we are going to start with doing some vagal release and then some vagal toning, and then we will do some very specific breath work to drop you in. Now, when I talk about meditation, to me, meditation is really syncing up, not just emptying the mind, but syncing up mind, body, and our larger self. What do I include in our larger self? Well, there's all the non-physical. That is much, much more than we are here in this physical body. I also tend to include for myself the earth. To me, this body, this whole humanity, the earth, everything are inseparable. We are the maybe a voice or one voice of the earth. That's what our purpose is here. And that's how I see it anyway. And so when I go into meditation, I feel the earth herself as part of this. So that's what I talk about when I talk about meditation. Why am I doing all the polyvagal stuff in advance? Because the body itself is the transmission point for all that is. So when we go into connecting with our much larger non-physical self, the much larger earth, and then of course the earth is connected with the solar system, solar system with the galaxy with the universe. We are not separate, and we align with all of that. Wow, we come into a very powerful place, even if just what we see as momentarily in that period that we call meditation. So to start with, we are going to do a vagal release. Now, to me, the body, as I've mentioned multiple times, the body is, the body sends 4 signals to the brain sends 1 signal back. So that means that for every 3 words or for every 3 questions the body has, the brain has 1 answer. In other words, it's 80-20 mixture. Let's get the body involved with this, because the body itself is what holds fight or flight. It's what holds a sense of safety. It's the heart, the fluids, the physicality of this unit. It's not just the brain saying, okay, we're gonna go into meditation now. Let's put the body into meditation. So our first vagal release is just I'm starting with my right hand over the top of my head, and I'm pulling my right ear towards my right shoulder, dropping my left ear and my left shoulder apart from one another. And then I'm going to look with my eyes around as if trying to keep my nose straight forward, as if I'm trying to see my left ear. So we're going to do this. And as we're doing this, we're breathing in and out only through the nose. And we're breathing in, maybe a 2 count. Out, if you can, twice as long as your inhale. So it'd be in, 2, pause, out, 2, 3, 4, pause, in, and we're holding this a minimum of 30 seconds. I do 2 to 4 breaths. sometimes you will actually feel a release. You'll get something like an urge to yawn, maybe a stimulation of saliva, and that's what I was getting. And these are all signals that say, hey, the body is becoming more relaxed. It's coming into a place where it can rest and digest, okay? Left hand, top of the head, and we're going to pull that left ear towards the left shoulder, drop the right ear and the right shoulder apart from one another, nose straight forward, eyes twisted around, and we almost want to feel a discomfort in the eyes. The muscles behind the eyes should be almost at a straining point. And we're breathing in and out only through the nose. Exhale longer than the inhale. Again, I like to hold this 2 to 3 breaths, a minimum of 30 seconds, or for you, until you feel some sort of stimulation that says, ah, I'm coming in to rest and relax. For the purposes of the video, we'll go 30 seconds, release the head, and also another tip is about 15 seconds in between each side. So we've just released the dorsal vagal in a very powerful way. That's one of the most significant releases that you can do, one of the very physical ones. What we want to do is come out of any sort of fight or flight that the body may still be holding. And now we want to encourage the safety mode. And so what we're going to do is we'll press our hands together, kind of like namaste. We're going to inhale, and then we're going to exhale all the way, and then we're going to hold that exhale as long as you can. And that may only be 15 or so seconds. And we're going to look forward with the eyes, but we're going to bring our peripherals as wide as we possibly can. So I'm going to be looking, even though my eyes are pointing forward, I'm going to be activating my peripherals. So inhale, exhale, all the way. Press the hands together and hold. And we wait maybe 10 or 15 seconds, 1, 2, 3, clearing breaths between. And it's always in and out, only through the nose. We want to hold our exhale to the nose so that we are retaining our carbon dioxide, we're retaining our nitric oxide. We don't want to do the exhale. That blows off those things. It keeps our cells from being fully oxygenated, and it keeps us slightly in a more activated mode, more sympathetic mode. Okay, so we're going to inhale and exhale completely. When you're fully exhaled, hold, press the hands together. And 2 or 3 nasal inhales, exhales. So this is really turning on the ventral vagal, which is that safety mode, the rest, relax, and safety. We're down regulating very physically with first the dorsal vagal release and now the ventral vagal toning. So inhale, exhale, and hold. Excellent. So those are really the two exercises that I like to do that release the dorsal vagal, activate the ventral vagal. We bring the body into a naturally down-regulated mode, which brings the body itself into a place where it wants to be in meditation. The mind, of course, having its job is to make sure the body is safe. When the body is safe, it's no longer sending signals to the brain. So the brain is no longer trying to figure out ways to calm the body down. Okay? So now we're going to do our breathing, which is we're going to do the humming breath. The humming breath further activates this ventral vagal and relaxes the dorsal vagal. It also increases your natural body's nitric oxide. The nasal nitric oxide gets released from the nasal passages into the bloodstream. More nitric oxide in the bloodstream means better oxygen exchange efficiency, which also moves you from your amygdala up into the hippocampus. When you're in the hippocampus, you're in the beginning of the meditative state. You can also then move to the prefrontals. So we're going to inhale 2, and then hum on the exhale. And inhale 2, and hum. So we're going to hum in a lower register, and we're going to inhale and exhale with the hum for 10 rounds. So you keep going. You may be at 3 or 4 by now. And just maintain your own pace. At around 7 or 8, go ahead and close your eyes, and then with each inhale, bring your awareness, your focus in. And I like to start by bringing our focus down to the solar plexus. The solar plexus is where the diaphragm is connected to the rib cage, and the diaphragm is also throughout nasal breathing is more activated, and the diaphragm is massaging that ventral vagal nerve that goes right through the middle of the diaphragm. So if you're about to wrap up the humming, go ahead and with your eyes closed, with each inhale, bring your awareness into the diaphragm area. And with the exhale, if your awareness tends to drift, watch where it drifts, and then bring it back to the diaphragm. And then during your exhale, just notice where your focus, your awareness drifts off to. But with the inhale, bring your focus back to your solar plexus. And now, with your focus here at the solar plexus, imagine a container that spans from the top of your hips to the bottom of your shoulders, and this container is open, and all it is inhaling and exhaling. It's expanding and contracting. It's growing tight, and it's becoming a bit of a vacuum. And so keep your attention in the middle of this container. So now your focus is in the middle of the container, and the middle of the container is roughly where your solar plexus is. And now become very aware of your heart. And with each inhale, bring light into this container, into the heart center, into the solar plexus. And we're breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And it's just a 2 in and maybe a 3 or 4 out. If any of you want or have continued the humming, that's fine. And just continue to condense your focus, condense your attention into the center of your body, into your heart center. And with all of your focus, your attention in here, with each inhale, bring in light. And let light continue to fill this space. And notice if your focus or your attention drifts, where it drifts to, and bring it back into the center of the container, and then bring it back to the heart center, and bring in, with your focus and with your inhale, light. And it may be a golden light, it may be a white light, it may be any color that you see. Emerald, could be in the blue spectrums, it may even be in the red or orange. Just notice, and notice how you feel with each color of light. And if there's any red color of light, allow that to settle towards the bottom of the container. If there's any in the blue spectrum, allow that to rise, just like the sky, to the top of the container. And the yellow can stay in the solar plexus region. If there's green tones, that can stay in the heart center. If there's gold, just let it expand throughout. White has all the colors, as you know. And as you breathe, and if you are seeing light, and if the light is filled in your container, allow it to spill out into the aura around your body. So this light can spill around the body, And that's wonderful. It creates a space around the body that interacts with your non-physical self. And when you're aware, when you have your focus, and you see the light and the color and the expansion around the outside of the body, it's just you becoming aware of your larger self. And you may notice the light is expanding beyond the body, beyond the space where you are, beyond that space just around your body, and maybe it's filling the room. And we can continue to send light in and out and throughout this space. And if you would like, you can also drop a beam of light down through your sits bones into the earth. And let that connect easily and firmly with the light inside the earth, with the light of consciousness that the earth holds. And you can also allow a flow of light to extend from above, from your head on up. And that may rise to the sun or even further. And the sun is a star, and it connects with the stars. Just the sun is our closest star, and all the other stars may also connect. And that too is a consciousness. And so with your breathing in and out, you're just circulating light, prana, life force. And notice that you do not need to be breathing deeply. And you're breathing only in and out through the nose. And allow the light to continue to expand, and notice any colors or any color changes or waverings. And continue to connect your light with the earth and the light to the sun, flowing straight through your body. And maybe you'll notice an expansion around the heart center, more light, more vibrance. And we allow this light to continue, and allow this light to be even as you breathe and move into your day. You don't need to stop the flow of the light to come out of the meditation. So we just brought our focus, our awareness to the light. But now as we come out of meditation, very carefully keep your attention deep in the heart center or in the solar plexus. And gently, gently open the eyes, not to see, but to just bring in more light. And so with the eyes not fully open, just bringing in light, we're not seeing. We're just allowing light and awareness in through the eyes. And the flow of the light continues through the body. You maintain a level of awareness still in the solar plexus and heart region. And maybe you feel the heart swelling, expanding. And allow that to be. And as you can then continue, opening your eyes, become more aware. Aware of your surroundings, and yet keep an awareness inside as well. And so that's all we have for the meditation, but doesn't mean that the meditation is over. Throughout your day, come back to the breath in and out through the nose. Just a small 2 count in and a longer exhale. And with the breathing only in and out through the nose, you're stimulating diaphragmatic breathing. By breathing only in and out through the nose, you're retaining the carbon dioxide and the nitric oxide that help the blood to nourish the cells even more. We have one of my friends here. You may have met. I've got 2 little black kitties. And the one that's lurking about right now is Uga. They like to come in and check on me when I'm meditating. Anyway, that's what I have for you today. Thank you so much. Come to your breath 3, 6, a dozen times today. Just bring your awareness back in the breath, and then when you breathe in, bring your awareness inside. And just keep your awareness moving throughout the body, extending your consciousness away from the mind and into the rest of your space. So this is Uga. She's busy checking everything out. And she's saying, hey, like, subscribe, comment. Bye-bye.